that if you are a parent and you know the Lord, that he expects you to be a praying parent. I believe that God expects us to be praying parents. In the same way, I believe he expects us to read his word and to know him and to pursue him. I believe he's given us prayer as a tool and a weapon and a communication with the God of the universe. The same God who allowed you to be parents gives you access to him to help navigate this crazy journey of being a parent. And so as we walk through these things, understand that this is a gift from God. It's a gift from God that he's opened up this channel where we get to communicate with him, and we can hear from him as he guides us in this journey. So most of us pray, and we pray for our needs and we pray for our wants, but there's nothing greater we can pray for as parents than when we pray for our kids. Right. So the first one we put here is we pray for godly wisdom. We need to pray for godly wisdom for our kids. Let me ask you a question. Hopefully this isn't just our family. What kind of wisdom do your kids have right now? Do your kids have more worldly wisdom or godly wisdom? That's what we're thinking about here. As parents, man, if we're not going to pray that our kids have godly wisdom, then we shouldn't be surprised when they only have worldly wisdom, right? Because you're naturally going to be a person that is pursuing worldly wisdom. You live in the world, you've got worldly inputs, you're going to speak the worldly language, and until you are transformed to the person of God, you're never going to be a person that absorbs the wisdom of God. And so, man, that's where we're at with that. We need to pray that our children will have godly, not worldly wisdom. But the Bible tells us that if we have kids that seek the wisdom of God, that pursue the wisdom of God, and ask him for that kind of wisdom, that God will give it to him. So why pray for wisdom? Because if we ask, God will give us what we're asking for.
One of the things I've prayed for our kids over time, I was reading my Bible one day, and I came across this verse that says, it's Luke 2:52, and it says, Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and with people. And I thought, I know that my kids are supposed to be imitators of God, right, as believers. And so what better thing to pray for my kids than to be like Jesus and to grow up just like Jesus did? And so that's one of the things that I have prayed so many times for my kids, is just that they would grow in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and with man. Because that's what Jesus did.
Yeah.
So how could it be any better than that?